Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about some upcoming Legacy and Studio Series figures. We really just have, of course, the product code and the name that we found in several systems like Target and Walmart. And of course, let's just go through them. Of course, we're just going to start at the top and go through them. I'll give you my thoughts. Some of them, of course, are just package refreshes. Some of them we really expected for a long time that I'll, of course, mention when we get to them. So let's start with Deluxe class Tarantulas. Of course, this is just a package refresh. Whenever you see PR, I'm assuming that is just package refresh. So we already have that figure. Next up, we do have Legacy Deluxe class Shadow Striker. I'm not familiar with that character, so some of these characters I'm not 100% familiar with. I do apologize if I don't know them. If you know them, let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm not, I would say, familiar with every Transformers character in the entire, Transformers universe or brand. But let's move on to the next one. Next one we have is Strong Arms. So this one, I think most likely a lot of people are assuming will be Robots in Disguise, which will be very interesting to see because I think this is our first Robots in Disguise character from a Legacy. So I'd be pretty interested to see. That, and I actually wouldn't mind getting some Robots in Disguise Legacy figures because I never collected the original ones because I thought they were too simple. A lot of them were just like 5 steps or like 1 step changers, and I kind of like a complex transformation. Not all of the Legacy, yes, not all of them are complex, but most of them are, I would say, at least 15 steps. There's very rare situations, of course, excluding core classes, where they're less than 15 steps. So I am glad they're remaking these, and I do hope they're more steps than, of course, the original wave of Robots in Disguise. Next up, we have Junkion 3. So I'm assuming probably this will be a retool repaint of the Rekgar mold from Studio Series. I know they did make another Junkion. I kind of forgot the name because I really don't collect many Studio Series, but I know they made another mold of that. Of course, that was the second one. That's why I'm assuming probably why it's called Junkion 3. It's the third use of that mold. And from reviews I've seen, I think I think positivity-wise, I think a lot of people like that mold, so I wouldn't mind picking that up myself. Next up, we have Bombshell, which of course that's pretty much a given because we got kickback, so we're gonna get Bombshell. We're gonna get all 3 original Insecticons, and that's kind of just a given. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. I'm not 100% entirely sure which wave this is. I think this might be wave 4 or 5. I think this probably is 5 because we did get some listings of next year that we're going to be like Transformers Prime characters. We're going to see some Armada characters. So I do think this is wave 5, if I'm correct. And next we have Beachcomber, which of course everyone is familiar with Beachcomber. And I actually am very glad to sing this one because I do have a Beachcomber, but it is from Power of the Primes, and it is pretty much a Legends style figure, which I do like that, but I'm glad to get a full-size figure because I actually don't have any full-size Deluxe or Voyager class size Beachcomber, so I'd be glad to see that. That'd be interesting to see a kind of a buggy style of vehicle form. Next up, we have Deterius. I think that's how you say it. Not familiar with that figure. The next one I am also not familiar with. We have DevCon. Not really entirely sure what that character is. Maybe that will be. Maybe those two could be. Maybe like Iguanus and Skullgrin, where they're pretender shells that they kind of changed up from the original. That could be the case. I'm not 100% entirely familiar with the pretender shells, so I do apologize. Next up, we have Robo WLDRDR. So I'm not entirely sure what's going with that one. Robo something. That could be another one. I'm not really sure. And the next ones I am pretty familiar with. Of course, Thundercracker. It's a core class. We were kind of 100% expecting that one because that one, of course, we got Starscream, we got Skywarp, and then we got Thundercracker. Hopefully this one comes with the null rays this time. I'm hoping that it doesn't become a thing where they just don't give us the null rays anymore. That would be kind of silly. I know there is some third-party companies making their own null rays, which you can buy, which I actually might consider doing if they don't give Thundercracker his null rays, but hopefully they do. Next up, we have a Voyager Dirge. It is a package refresh, so they did, of course, make Voyager Dirge and, of course, all the cone heads in Earthrise, and a lot of people were not able to get those. I was one of the lucky few who was able to get them. I'm not entirely sure if this is the exact same thing 100%. I don't really know. It does say package refresh, so that does mean it's just, the same figure, just refreshed in the same thing, which of course, if you don't recall, they did package refresh Siege Soundwave in the Legacy line. Of course, it was not with the battle damage, so there could be some slight paint app change. I don't think there are going to be any mold change because it wouldn't be called a package refresh. So do keep that in mind. They did repack Siege Soundwave, but of course no brushwork, which in my opinion I think it makes a huge difference. And I actually did get the Legacy Soundwave. Yes, there was no mold change, but honestly, I think it made a huge difference. And I probably like of the Soundwave so far, from of course, Sound Blaster, the Siege Soundwave, the Netflix one, which of course I don't have. I actually really do like the Legacy one. Next up, we have Scraphook. Not 100% familiar with that one. It doesn't say the class, so this could be one of the other core classes, because typically there's two per wave, and of course really all we've seen so far is Thundercracker, so this could be the next new core class. So that's it for Legacy Wave 5, I'm assuming, so far. A lot of them do sound very interesting. Some of them, of course, I do not know, and some of them are just package refreshes. But I'm very interested to see. Definitely, probably highlights out of the wave would be definitely Bombshell, Beachcomber, and I'm kind of interested to see what this Robo WLDRDR is. I'm not 100% sure what that is. Of course, typically they do abbreviate the names. They sometimes will change them to make sure they're kept secret. So it could be something completely different from what that name is. Let's now move into the studio series, which it is not that many, and several of these are pretty much what we expected. So first up, we have Core 86 Frenzy, which that one was pretty much a given, because in the previous live stream from Hasbro, we got Core 86 Rumble, and now we're going to get Frenzy. And without a doubt, 100% I will be getting the 86 Frenzy and Rumble. That is 100% without a doubt. I'm starting to get into some some studio series, specifically 86, because I do like the G1 figures. And I will be definitely getting the cassettes Frenzy and Rumble, and I do hope they maybe remake Ravage and Laserbeak, maybe a Rat-Bat. That would be pretty cool to see, because personally, in my opinion, when they did Ravage and Rat-Bats, and those really weren't my favorite of molds. I think they could have done a little bit better. I did like Frenzy and Rumble in the Siege line. It's just they didn't come with any accessories, no blasters or the hammers or pile drivers, which was really unfortunate. So I'm really glad these actually come with all of them. They come with all four accessories, 2 blasters and the 2 hammers, which is crazy for a core class figure. So definitely a really good bang for your buck. The next one is also very expected. So of course they did recently release or put up for pre-order a Voyager 86 Ironhide, and we did also get a core class Ratchet, which I actually did review over on the channel. So we knew we were going to get the vice versa. We were going to get a Voyager Ratchet and a core class Ironhide, and here we have a core class Ironhide, which I will most likely get, because I actually did quite like the 86 core class Ratchet. I think it was pretty good. I do hope the tolerances on this one are better, because for some reason on mine, one of the legs, I think it was the right leg, which just pops off all the time whenever I'm transferring or mess with it. It just always pops off. Of course, it's just a ball joint, so you can just pop it right back on, so it's not, I would say, the big steal, but I do hope the tolerances are a little bit better on this one. Next up, we do have 86 Deluxe class Braun. So we actually did get a Bumblebee movie Braun, and this is a 86 G1 Braun, so I'm assuming this will be a new mold, or it could be a retool repaint. I'm not really sure, but that's interesting. That's cool to see. And next up, of course, this will just be, I'm assuming, a heavy repaint, a slight retool, most likely where the head sculpt is concerned, of 86 Voyager Ironhide. It is the 86 Voyager Ratchets. So I don't think I'll probably get the Ironhide or Ratchets in the Voyager size, because I do have them in the Earthrise mold, and I actually quite like the mold. I know some people didn't like it because it was parts forming, and I understand people have a huge problem with that, and I can understand that. Personally, me, it doesn't bother me at all. Maybe I'll get them if I see them at Target or Walmart for like a really good deal. If it's like $17, if it's like $13 off, I'll give it a try, but I probably won't. But that's it. I would say of the Studio Series, definitely I would say the highlight for me is Braun and Frenzy, because I really, really want I really, really want Frenzy. That one's going to be interesting. Just Braun because that will be a brand new mold. Ratchet and Ironhide, those were pretty much a given. We were expecting those to happen, just a matter of time. But that's pretty much it for all of the figures, the listings of all of these. Let me know which ones you're looking forward to the most in the comment section down below. If you want me to do more videos like these, I will. I used to do these a lot, a year ago or 2 years back. I used to do anytime I'd find a little bit of information, I would do them all the time. And I stopped doing them because I didn't know if people still wanted me to do these because some of the information was, it could change, it could be fake, it could be, completely wrong. So if you want me to keep doing these, I will. I just kind of thought, I don't know if people are still interested in these news videos because, of course, some of these could be wrong, or, of course, these could come out like a year from now or 6 months from now. So I'm not really sure people care just yet. But whenever I get some more information on Studio Series or Legacy, pictures, release dates, I'll make sure to do a video. But yeah, pretty interesting haul of listings, and I think some of these sound pretty cool. Some of them are not as interesting as others, like Thundercracker. That's just going to be a repaint, of course. Maybe possibly a brand new head, because if you have Starscream and Skywarp, actually Skywarp has like a screaming head, but Starscream has just a more of a generic face. So he might just have a generic face like Starscream, or it could have a yelling face like Skywarp. Who knows? But yeah, overall pretty interesting. As for Dirge, the package refresh, that one does interest me because I do have the original, so I don't think I'll get the Legacy one unless there's like an actual change. If it's exactly the same thing, then I won't get it. If there is a paint change or a mold change or maybe a new accessory, then maybe I'll get it, but otherwise probably not because I do have the original. But that's pretty much it for this news video, and I think that's it. So we'll see you next time.